Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. So on my private community membership site, I often do sort of these one-on-one consultations, and I realized today that one question that I get across the board from everybody after we sort of wrap up the consultation and go over all the little details of running a Turo business is people always ask me, so should I get started on Turo? And it just really dawned on me today that that's a pretty interesting question, and one that is really quite difficult to answer, right? You're really the only person that can answer that. So if you were to ask me, I guess the answer is really, I don't know. And the only way that I can give you my opinion is to make a judgment on what I think is the most important factor when getting into anything, and that is your mindset. So often I see people dive into just all the little details of stuff, right? Like, how does a listing work? What happens when I get a reservation? How do I talk to renters? And you can go down that rabbit hole forever, right? Because there's always going to be all these little things that could happen, that you could prep for, that you could experience, and it could just constantly be changing. So it is almost impossible to go through all the different scenarios and really try to encompass everything that could happen and how you should go about it. And so sometimes what I see people go through is that you get into this mode of wanting to do something, and it's really exciting, right? Beginnings are always really exciting. And so you dive deep into it and you get all this information, and before you know it, you become really inundated by this massive amount of information that is out there, right? And then you have difference of opinions and people have biases, and before you know it, you sort of get overwhelmed with the information to the point where you actually end up in a position of non-action. You end up not doing anything because you're not sure what to do or where to begin. And what I would say for those of you that find yourself in that position is you almost want to scrap all of that completely, and you want to distill it down to the one thing that I think is the most important thing, and that is your mindset. Your mindset on doing something like your Turo, your mindset on being in business for yourself, because if you do get started on Turo, even if you have one car, you are in fact a small little business, right? You're basically opening up shop on a platform. So what is your mindset on that? And I personally think that it doesn't matter what size your business is, you have to really go in it with a certain attitude, and that attitude has to be so concrete. Like, you have to know with absolute certainty, and you cannot have any self-doubt that if you are going to embark on doing this thing that is maybe new to you, maybe you're unfamiliar with platforms, maybe you're not used to dealing with people, or you think that you're going to have a hard time with somebody that is renting your own personal vehicle, you have to go into it knowing with absolute certainty that you can handle anything that comes along with it. And that will really help you disposition any of those thoughts of, well, I don't know every scenario that could take place. I'm not ready for everything that could happen. I need to find more information. Then you end up just not starting. And really what happens is you end up missing that window of opportunity. There is always just a window when the time is right to do something. And if you take too long, you end up missing that window, and then it's too late. Maybe you get into the market at a time where it wasn't ideal, where you didn't really get your wedge into the marketplace and build your listing and have that there by the time the market really picked up so you could capitalize on it, right? So that mindset is so crucial. Like, I know for me personally, when I got into it, I didn't really think about all the different scenarios in that much detail, right? I went into it with the thought of, I think that this is really cool. Mathematically, it makes sense to me. I understand how I can make money with this and everything that comes along with it. I know who I am, I know what my identity is, and I can tackle anything that comes with it. So whatever it is, whether it's cars getting damaged, dealing with difficult guests, the market completely changing because of world events that are out of our hands, no matter what it is, I know my outcome from the very beginning. And for me, it was that I could handle anything that happens, that I'll always find a way, I'll figure out what my options are. There's always a strategy, there's always something you can do about being in a tough situation. So for those of you that are looking to get started, or maybe you're looking to expand, whatever it might be, and you just feel a little uncertain or a little unsure, what I would encourage you to do is really dig deep into your mindset and figure out, what do you truly believe? What do you truly think? What do you think you're capable of? And, do you feel strong in that you can handle anything that can come with it? Because if you do go into it with that type of mindset, I promise you, it is not as big of an obstacle as you might think it is, right? It's actually far more enjoyable. It's fun when you have issues and you have to try to think of new ways to resolve them, right? As crazy as that sounds, it really is. It's the challenges that really sort of continue to propel you and make you stronger, right? And they allow for growth, personally and in your business. So that's kind of my advice to that question, I guess. It's just my opinion or my perspective at looking at it. So oftentimes when people ask me whether they should do Turo or not, it's hard for me to give you that answer, because it depends on whatever your mindset is about venturing off into starting your own little business, right? So that is how you should view it. You should always look at it like it's not just you listing a car, but you in yourself with that car will become a little business. And what is your outlook on that? What do you think about that? What do you truly believe and value about that? And if you can answer those questions and you feel like you're in a place where it makes sense and you feel confident, and the main thing is to not have any doubt, then you should definitely do it. So those are the things to think about when you're considering getting into a platform like Turo, or really anything in life, right? So whether you're thinking about switching jobs or getting involved in other marketplaces like Airbnb or Amazon or Etsy, Fiverr, whatever it is, right? Whatever endeavor you choose to sort of indulge in, that's what you want to think about, is do you have the mindset to do it? Because if you have the mindset to do it, then you can really do anything. All right, you guys, that's my little 2 cents on that question, because I get it so often. Hopefully you guys find this advice helpful. Just one person's opinion on how to go about it. On that note, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Saimah. This is Saimah's Experience. And if you like this channel, be sure to subscribe. Take care, guys.